He was like, oh, Josh might not be inside, so we weren't actually expecting.
Yeah, I was just coming to. I wasn't gonna come in. I was just coming to 1 through. So
I appreciate you.
No worries.
Yeah. Perfect.
Push that door too if you want to, mate.
Is that alright?
Yeah, sound mate.
Get a picture. I need a picture now. It's Archie Slaymaker for International Boxing News, and I'm joined by Josh Warrington, the IBF Featherweight World Champion. Just to start off with, how are you, Josh?
Very well. Just over 4 weeks to go to my first defence of my second reign of being a world champion. Into the heavy stages of camp. This is where sparring's it's maximum rounds and circuits are intense. Your hands are busted from punching thousands of times already, but you know what, I enjoy it. I fucking love it, mate. I love it. So yeah, another 4 weeks to go and it's go time. It's
Luis Alberto Lopez on December the 10th in Leeds.
Yep.
How does it feel to be defending again in front of your home crowd again? Obviously, we touched on it off camera at the fans. Just briefly go over that for me.
Yeah, obviously it's going to be the 12th time defending. You know, I had my first fight at the First Direct Arena back in 2014. You know, it's crazy to think of being still going there, but they keep on turning out and they keep on following the journey that I've been doing. And I think, you know, we discussed it off camera, like you said, you've seen firsthand the atmosphere, and it's a drug. It's a massive buzz fighting in front of that crowd. You know, some opponents obviously don't know what to expect because they can't really grasp it through YouTube videos and bits on TV, but unless you're there, you don't realise how powerful and how fucking energetic and how mental it is as an atmosphere. And you know, I've said this could be the last time, not like I want to be fucking retiring or after, but I've set my sights on going to a medical for a long time now. You know, there's talks of other domestic fights such as like Leeds and stuff, so I like to think that maybe this might be the last one in the arena for, you know, a year or so, like whilst I fucking get the passport out and jet off around the world.
We're going to briefly touch on it. Obviously, you reclaimed your title against Kiko Martinez at the First Direct Arena. Following that, obviously, you did have the mutual, obviously the draw that got ruled, obviously because of the cut, and then obviously before that you did lose against Lara. Was there any doubt in your mind going into the Kiko Martinez fight and reclaiming the title?
Yes and no. Obviously, you start questioning yourself. I mean, I did a lot of questioning after the first fight with Lara, obviously coming off a defeat. You start to wonder, you know, have I still got it? You know, or what am I only meant to get to 32 and not with me? So yeah, you do question yourself, and I think even some of the questions were still there. You know, just going into the second one and after, but then in hindsight, look back and think, you know what? They had one more there on the second fight, and everything seemed kosher. Everything seemed alright. Obviously, got caught. I personally think they were after the way out. And then the preparation for Martinez was very good. There were a few things that started to bother me, like about 10 days out when Eddie had started saying whoever loses retires, and also Kiko talked about how much he'd visualised over the last 5 years, and I for one know how powerful that is a tool of visualisation and mindset, and I'd done it fucking previously before him, so I know how powerful that can be. But yeah, once I walked into the ring, mate, I was full of confidence. I had a fucking brilliant camp, brilliant sparring, and I think you can see from first round onwards that I was back to my best.
We're going to jump on it, obviously. I feel like personally, being in that arena after you knocked him out, you didn't actually get the credit because people going, up Kiko Martinez,
yeah,
he's old.
Yeah.
And then obviously you just done what you done against Jordan Gill to actually reclaim the European title. Do you now feel you get the credit?
No, I still don't, and I won't do. I think the only time I ever had like a little bit of credit from all boxing fans is when I beat Frampton. You know, because I was lucky to beat Selby, and then you know, well, maybe Selby went off night, what some people say. And then Frampton is another level, but then after I beat Frampton, then people are like, oh, actually he's not bad, he's Warrington, and then he fucking just starts again. You know what, fucking, it just showed on me, Kiko, that there's levels to it, you know, and you know, I just feel that I don't get the respect. Maybe I don't know if it's jealousy, envy of other British fighters. because of the fan base that we're pulling and where I've got to, and I don't know real of my attributes really stand out. I don't have the fastest of reflexes. Obviously I've only got fucking 8-7 KOs on my knockout, so no one really stands out, but I'm fucking there, and it's like they can't fathom out why. It's like, you know what I mean, just there's levels to the game. And you seen last week fucking Kiko Martinez blasted Gil out in 4 rounds by quite easy in fucking first gear, and he after 2 rounds Gil looks physically damaged.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You can see his face was all marked
exactly
up.
And that fucking reclaim the European title, and yeah, people said Kiko finished 5 years ago when I first fought him. The man's still dangerous, and maybe can't compete so high at world level, but fringe world level, or certainly European gatekeeper, and people just fucking think they can run before they've even walked.
Do you know what, there was a big thing made out of going into the Gil fight that Kiko's still there because he broke the jaw. I'm sure you heard about it constantly. That whole week, but how is the jaw and how is it healing?
Yeah, it's a different kettle of fish when I have 8-ounce gloves on. There's been a few times when I've bit into a steak since I've had it broken. I've been like, oh fucking hell, something might be wrong here. But I've had plenty of involvement with the specialists and plenty of X-rays, and they all say it's fine. And over the last month or so, I've got back to sparring. Which normally is late for me because I'd be sparring before we announce a fight. I always keep myself active, so yeah, that's been a bit different, but everything seems to be holding up, and I feel happy with it.
How is the spars and how is camp going at the moment?
Again, yeah, camp's going well. I'm always fucking in the gym anyway. I think the only difference is that I wasn't able to spar for such a long time, and I always like to keep my eye in, at least spar once a week. Once or twice a week when helping some lads out, just for your timing, your reflexes, and your distancing and things like that. And like normally when I get into camp, I'd probably have a week off, then start my camp. But obviously I was training for such a long time. I've been training probably since June time, like S&C and circuits and runs and stuff. Bits of pad work, but sparring hasn't really come in until I'd say October time.
That's perfect. Obviously, Luis Alberto Lopez, he's the mandatory challenger, and a lot of mandatory challengers nowadays don't actually perform like they should be at the top. Do you believe Luis Alberto Lopez to be one of the best challengers out there?
What do you mean by that?
So some of the fighters that get their mandatory challenges, they don't perform. They get beaten in say 1, 2, 3 rounds.
Yeah. Do
you think Luis Alberto Lopez poses a big threat to your reign?
I think anybody at this stage now. It poses a threat. I think I've learned that from the first ladder fight. I took my off the ball for that one, and obviously paid the price. I don't think I'll ever do that again. Obviously, the man's full of confidence. He's non-stop talking shit on fucking social media, so he's bringing confidence in it. He's probably going to think that he can come over and do what he's done to his previous opponents, but it's coming to my backyard and it's going to be a physical fight, and whether it be fucking 1 round, 6 rounds, 12 rounds, whatever, I'm fucking going to bring it from first bell to last. And looking back at some of his fights, I feel that he's kind of gone through the motions a little bit, and sometimes had a bit of a round off where I don't fucking let him do that. I've always been fit for 12 rounds. I've shown many times, like said, the Martinez fight, high pace, Frampton fight, high pace. I always fucking bring it. So, is he going to be ready for that? I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it'll be a massive shock to his system.
You said he was obviously talking shit, obviously in the build-up.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the DMs you received. That was on the Zone broadcast.
Yeah, he's just a few times. He's fucking. His team's tagged me in a few things. He himself personally has tagged me in a few things. So just, it's one of them where you can't get upset about it. Just getting into him. Feel like they need to wipe the fight, but obviously, like I say, he's full of confidence. So, just tagging me and stuff on Twitter and like responding to a few things that I've done and fucking said like, I hope he ready Lopez and he's fucking come back in Spanish, fucking point to his bicep and that. So. No, it's not a fucking macho competition, is it? It's a fight, so I'll normally let the fist do the talking.
Just the last few questions, obviously we won't touch on it too much, but obviously Mauricio Lara has been calling your name consistently since obviously the rematch. What do you make of that? And is that a fight that obviously still interests you for the trilogy?
Most definitely. I'm sick of people saying you don't need that smoke. And yeah, I can understand what they're saying. You know, he don't carry no belt, he don't really carry no fucking massive profile. But at the same time, it's something from my own head. You know, I would like to put that one to bed. But yeah, if he gets upset because if he thinks I disrespected his dad or something like that, I can give a fuck. I will call his dad a wanker because he's trying to make it personal. So if he wants to make it personal, yeah, his dad's a bell end. But translate that into fucking Spanish. But I've never disrespected any of his team prior to this. But he's just trying to make something out of nothing. But if we get the chance on a third fight, I'll punch his fucking head in. And
just the last one for me, what shall the Leeds fans expect on December the 10th?
What they always expect, what they always know I always bring everything to the night and give it everything, and I'm sure it'll be enough to retain the title and still.
Perfect, thank you for that, Josh Warrington, talking with the International Boxing News.
Cheers, brother.